Hello, is this Mr. Smith? Hi, my name is Jaime LaFazia, and I'm an inside sales representative for the Cleveland Browns. How are you doing today? Excellent. I've got an idea that I think you'd be interested in. It's going to take me around 10 minutes to explain. Is that okay with you? Great. We have this technique to give your business the upper hand called the rubber band system. Thinking about the attributes of a rubber band, it is flexible, stretchable, and fits to your exact needs. With this technique, we are able to do just that with our ticket packages to tailor them to your specific needs to help increase your sales. For instance, how many local salespeople do you have? 5? Okay. How many key accounts does each salesperson have? 10 to 15? Great. Now, Mr. Smith, what size is an important account for you? Around 25,000? Great. How important is new business to your salespeople? I would assume extremely important, right? Right. Now, just one more question for you. Do you have a strict plan that is designed to get new business every month because how important this is to you? No? Well, luckily I've caught you at a great time then. It's always tough to get salespeople to focus on new business. By using our rubber band system, we can get them to focus on new business and you can keep track. This will for sure give you the upper hand. For example, the first step is to have each salesperson identify in writing to you which new prospects are key to them. That wouldn't be too difficult, would it? Right, absolutely not. Most of my clients have told me that the key to building business from new prospects is for the salesperson to develop a good relationship with them, usually through constant contact. A lot of the time, to build that relationship, salespeople will use that out-of-the-office activity like golf or lunch. Some of my clients have also told me that their problem with golf is that they're just not good at it, and it's almost more embarrassing to play than not. Not to mention, it's pretty expensive. Would you agree? Right. Well, what if I told you that by using our rubber band system, you can get your salespeople to build these extremely important relationships and focus on new business? Let's not forget, you'll be able to keep track. Here's how it works. The salesperson calls a prospect who he or she has been working with for a little while. They say, "How about joining me for the Browns game next week? I've got great seats." What's important to understand is that this is not a situation where the salesperson is just giving away the seats. It is the salesperson inviting the prospect to go with them. Now, the salesperson has the chance to do some real out-of-the-office bonding. Remember, we want to develop a relationship through constant contact. Giving the tickets away will not build those relationships. Mr. Smith, how effective do you think 2 to 3 hours at one of our Browns games would be for building a relationship? Yes, I would also agree that it's extremely effective. Other companies thought that too. I would be happy to show you testimonials from various companies during our next meeting that have enjoyed success with our tickets as well. By investing in a couple of Brown games this year, you will be able to increase your sales significantly. Think about it. What could be even better than taking a prospect to a game is if you ask the president or maybe your sales manager to come along. Would you be willing to do that for the occasional right account? Great. And would it be asking too much for your salespeople to spend just one evening a month with a key prospect at one of our Browns games? Great, that's what I love to hear. Our season is about 6 months long. If each of your salespeople took just one key prospect a month to each one of our games, each salesperson would bring 6 new prospects a season. Of those 6 prospects, how many do you think would end up as a customer? Okay. I anticipated you would say 3, as most people would strive for that 50% mark. How about we look into this expecting just 1? If each salesperson converted just 1 prospect to become a new customer, that would be $25,000 for each salesperson. With 5 salespeople, that would be $125,000 in new business. To clarify how I arrived at that number, we are taking the number of salespeople, 5, times the expected monetary value of the account, $25,000. Do you understand how I arrived at that number? Excellent. Well, we have been talking about new business. We might also consider your existing clients. After all, your competitor may be out there trying to build the same relationship with your clients. Would it be asking too much to have your salespeople also spend just one evening with an existing client as well as one evening with that prospect? Right, it really isn't asking too much at all. To give each salesperson one game a month to take out a prospect, you would need 5 games a month. Do you see how I arrived at that number? Excellent. You would need a similar amount of games per month for your salespeople to take existing clients out to the games. That number is 5. This totals 10 games per month. Now, let's talk about what tickets would work best for you. Based on what you have told me, here's what I suggest. Our best-selling area is the club level. With our limited club seating, you get in-seat wait service, playoff ticket priority, meet the team parties, and even access to premium dining. I don't know about you, but I sure do love great food and an ice-cold beverage while watching some great football. The cost to have a planned, controlled new business effort is really quite nominal for the return. For each one of your salespeople to take just one prospect once a month and one current client once a month, you would need about 10 games per month or 60 games per season. The return on investment, though, is substantial. If each salesperson brought in only one new piece of business because of this focus on new business, your sales would increase to $125,000. Because you need 60 games, I recommend 4 full season tickets. That would leave 21 games for our employees or more customers. Your cost for 4 season tickets is only $14,000. How happy do you think you would be with those results by giving this plan a try? Right, who wouldn't be happy with those results? That decision would be worth at least $125,000 in new business to you and maybe up to $250,000 in new business. I can get this order in today and reserve you some prime seating. Would you prefer the account be in your name or the company's name? Okay, no worries, Mr. Smith. I can understand that making a decision like this is costly, but it's important you understand the results of your purchase. $125,000 would be a great contribution to your sales goals for only putting up $14,000. I can understand you want to talk to your partner. When do you think you'll have the opportunity to do so? Okay, well, having looked at this program and looked at the new business potential, what will your recommendation be to your partner? Great, so with that positive recommendation, what do you think your partner would be inclined to say? Great, well, if you think he's going to love it, I suggest this. Let's sign you up today and we'll use our opt-out clause. Here's how it works. You're meeting with your partner on Thursday. I'll write Monday's date at the top of the agreement. You have until that date to opt out if you decide this isn't for you and your team. This way, you can get better seat locations, but if you and your partner decide that this isn't for you by next Monday, you can just call me right up and I'll cancel the order. Mr. Smith, I totally understand. We can still do that opt-out clause, though. Right, when you meet with your partner on Thursday and your partner doesn't like the sound of that $125,000 in new revenue for the minimal cost of $14,000, then just call me and I'll cancel the deal right away. Yes. Right. Great. That's what I love to hear. To get this order going, can I have the card information that you'll be using for the order? Okay. All right. I'm going to get this into our file right away so we can get this transaction going. As soon as this is completed, I will send you a confirmation email explaining all the details of our conversation and of the order today. Please do not hesitate to give me a call or shoot me an email. If I do not pick up, please be sure I'll get back to you right away. All right, Mr. Smith, well, thank you again for doing business with us. We look forward to having you at our games. Take care.